This is the Iron Trader. It is Tuesday morning, so we are going to review crude oil here and natural gas. Now, remember, the API numbers for crude come out today at 4:30, and then remember, the OPEC meeting is on October 4th. This video is for information purposes only, not a recommendation to buy, sell any stock, commodity, ETF. Please like and subscribe. Thanks for watching. All right, first out of the gate here, we are going to take a look here at a seasonality chart. All right, now I posted this here, a couple, 3, 4 times on different videos here. So I just want you just to get a good look and see how seasonality trades. Now, we had a really, really nice run up here, okay, into the end of September. Now, end of September here, this is exactly where you want to either sell or short, okay? And what happened? The market went up to 95.03 and it's been selling ever since. Current price right now is 88.45. Okay, so the seasonality chart so far is working. Now, you can have your up and pops and up and down here, but this is where you want to sell or short. I am currently short right now until you hit the first week of December. Then what you do is you have a little sideways action here, but it rallies up here until the first week of January. So we look at here, see how that comes all the way up here? Okay, then that's basically where you want to sell that long again and then either go, stay flat or maybe, I don't know about shorting here because sometimes this is just like a sideways action. So for me, this is just basically scalping. And then what I'll do is I'll take a long position here at the end of February and then run it all the way on up here. And then I also scalp it all the way on up here. So I just wanted to just show you here. So far here, this seasonality chart is working out pretty good. Okay, let's take a look here on a daily chart. Okay, here we have a daily chart. Now, if you look at this candle right here, what do we have? That was the end of the month, and there's your seasonality playing out here just like clockwork here. Okay, now we have that OPEC meeting here on the 4th. So we got to see how that's going to shake out. If they're going to extend their cuts, if they're going to add to the cuts, but they also have to worry about demand destruction here when the price gets up too high. Okay, so but don't have no opinion. This could rally up here a little bit here. So let's just see how it's going to shake out. Now we have this. Watch this 8 days. See how this rolled over here, and then all the candles came below, and then you were having these bear flags here. You were fighting it the whole way. Now, so far this 8-day has not rolled over. You're getting. It's starting to roll over, but it has not made that cross on that 21 SMA here yet. That is going to be the key because that way there, then you're going to be fighting both of those key SMAs. So what do we have here? All right, so we've had a series here of lower lows and lower highs. Okay, so today's low here so far was 87.76. So then what we have to do here is look at the bottom of these candles here. So you want to go here at 87.22, 86.71. You have 86.15 here. And then what we do is we want to look at this candle here. You got 85.02. And then we always want to look at the top of this candle here. Right here, you're looking at 84.89. And then that lines up pretty nice here with this 84.74. Okay, so those would be your support levels. So just follow, always watch your candles, your highs, your lows, and your closing numbers. That is really good support and resistance. And then all your SMAs here are your key support levels here and resistance levels. Okay, so that's your downside. Now, upside, well, you got very strong resistance here now. Okay, so you're looking here at the 89.57, that's your 21. Right above that here is you have your 90.51. Okay, so that is going to be very, very strong resistance here. Now, again, if that rolls over, you're going to have a scenario like this here. Okay, so just keep that all in mind here. Now, if you can get somehow close above that 8 SMA here, then we look to the bottom of this candle right here. Okay, so you're looking at 91.39. And then what we do is we look to the top of this candle here. You're looking at 91.88 here. And then this candle right here, you're looking at 92.43. And then right here we have 93.10. We have 94.17. And then 95.03. That is your big retest there. But it's all going to depend on this 21-day and this 8 SMA. If you can close above, okay, both of these here, then we can follow the candles and get a retest of that. If we can't, then basically you're just going to keep on, waterfalling all the way down until we hit this 50-day, and then we have to see exactly where we are when you hit this 50-day here, because it's going to line up very, very nicely here with the top of this candle here. Again, if that's lost here, then we just follow these candles here all the way on down here until we hit another level, which would be your 100 SMA here, and then we come all the way down here to your 200 SMA down at 77.45. But we don't worry about that. We take one level at a time. Now, if you've been watching my videos, and I know you have been, I have always been pointing out this negative divergence here. And what do we have here? This is your first tell right there. Okay, and when you're trading, when you see a high on the RSI, and then you have this candle here, and then you see a higher candle here, and you see a lower on the RSI, that negative divergence is a tell right there that says this is going lower. Now, watch your MACD. See how that crossover is? Ugly, just like this, okay? So that tells me that, you got to, it started getting sideways here, but once it crossed below here, then that looks like it's going to be lower, just like it did right here, okay? So we got to just see how this is all going to shake out here into that OPEC meeting here, but I've been on the short side here ever since we had this big topping tail right there, and then we had these series of lower lows and lower highs, and then when you start losing these SMAs here, that's a big sign, and then when you start looking at this negative divergence, that's another sign. All right, let's take a look here on a weekly and a monthly. All right, here we have the old monthly chart. Now, the key is going to be this 21 SMA, okay? So I've been pointing this out here, 87.01. So far, it's holding, but again, we're like, what, 3 days into the month here? 2 days into the month? So it's really like, this chart here, it's just good to look at this as a big overview here. That way gives you a little bit bigger picture, okay? So again, if that's lost, then we can come down here to this key 8 SMA here, sitting at 79.35. Now, here on your weekly chart here, well, we got a kind of a same scenario as we had here. The question is it going to hold? So what you want to do on the downside is you want to watch for the week. You want to watch that 86.83. That's your 8 SMA here. You want to watch this 100-day sitting here at 86.13. And then again, if that's lost, we can follow these candles all the way down. But your big support level is going to be this 79.30, your 21-day here, and then we have your 50-day sitting there at 78.53. Now again, if that is lost, here's your target right here. Okay, you're sitting at 69.42, and you can see how many times that thing has held. But that would be your target. It's always very key support level. Now here on your RSI here, well, that looks like that's rolling over here pretty good here. And your MACD, well, that was like an overbought condition, and it looks like it's curling over. But let's not just, say, oh, it's going to go right on down. No, let's just see like it just did here, and it held on a closing basis for the week, okay, your 8 and your 50 days. So let's just see how that does here, okay? So basically, we're going to see, it's all going to depend on this OPEC meeting to see exactly what they're going to do here and what they're going to do going forward. All right, let's take a look here at the old natty gas. All right, natty gas, you got your hourly and your 4-hour chart. Well, I've been pointing out here, you watch this key 2.85. That is the key level. Now, it came down lower, got down to 2.82, but you pretty much still have that sideways action. If that 2.82 is lost, right here, easy target right there, 2.78, that's your 200. And then what you always want to do is watch, that's the gap, and then watch this fill, this top of this candle right here. You're sitting at basically 2.66. That is going to be the key level if this 200-day here is lost. Now, again, here on the upside, well, you want to watch this 50 SMA here, sitting at 2.89. You want to watch your old Hondo up there at 2.9, and then we just keep on coming over here to these candles here, okay? So basically you got 2.946, and then we come up to here, you have 2.958, and then we have 2.978, and then your big retest up here is 2.997, okay? So as these price channels here, you just follow these price channels here. If you can close back above this 100 SMA, then we just rally, same thing as you did on the way down, just take it right on the way on up here. Okay, but right now you got a sideways action here. This is really the time of the year for natural gas here. We got to see what kind of winter is going to be here. If you got a catalyst here, a shortage here, disruption, that's what sends natural gas a lot higher. Over here, we got the same, pretty much same thing here. Okay, you want to watch that 8 SMA here. You're sitting at 2.86. You're 21, 2.9, and then you have your retest up there, 2.99. On the bottom there, you want to watch that 2.78. That 50-day, which lines up very, very nicely here with this 2.78 here, which gives it a very strong support then if that is lost. Okay, then again, if that is blasted through, then we look to your 100 SMA here, 2.74, and then right there 2.67, and then your retest would be here at that 2.66. All right, let's take a look here on the old daily and a weekly. Okay, your weekly here, sideways action here, same old thing. Really nothing here for months and months and months. Okay, but again, on the downside, watch that 8 SMA here. That's always going to be very key. But now your 8 SMA here is still above your 21, so that's always a very good sign. So you want to watch that basically 2.698, and then we want to watch here this basically 2.62. Those are going to be key support levels. If we can break out above this key level of 3.018, this is the candle you're going to look at, 3.027, and then there's your target, your 50-day, 3.26, and above that, 3.77. This is the target that I'm looking for here if we can bust through, because remember, natural gas, when she moves, she moves. Okay, now let's see what we have on a daily. All right. Well, we had a little bit of a lower low here today, but let's just see if we can hold this key 8 SMA here. This is going to be critical here, okay? So you want to watch that 2.8 mark, and then right below that here, you have your 200-day sitting at 2.74, and then we have 2.71, your 21-day, and then you have your 50-day here sitting at 2.68. And then you'll always want to watch the top of this candle here. This is that 2.66. That'll be your gap fill, okay? So there's your gap, and here's your fill here. So always watch that. Now, even if that is lost, and it is 50 days lost, and all this is lost, as long as it holds this 100 SMA here at 2.59 here, natural gas is still in a bullish phase here, because you see your higher low. I mean, you're basically your low, your higher low here, and then your higher low. So it can come all the way down here and even make this higher low, because this bottom of this candle here was 2.552. So even if it comes up here to 2.59, that series is still very, very much intact. Now, it would be a lot better if it could just hold this 8 SMA, rally right on up here. Now, what we're looking for here is if it can rally up here, well, what you'd have to do here is you got to look at that 2.86 here. And then we're looking for 2.947, yesterday's high, about 2.958. And then we have 2.98. And then we have your retest there at 2.99. And then you have your 3.01. So we want to look at yesterday's candles, the high and low. So far, you put in a lower low, but you got a nice green candle here. So if it could rally right back up here, then you get that sideways action. Is still very much intact here. Just because we have a gap doesn't mean it's going to fill it like today. Eventually, it'll get filled, but maybe not today. But you got a lot of really good support here underneath. All right, I will be back here later after the pit close here, and we will review crude oil here and natural gas. And remember, keep your eye on that seasonality chart. Sometimes it just gives you a little bit of edge. All right. Thanks for watching.